Hey guys, what's up? My neighbors are mowing. I think they're about done, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Let me know if you can hear me all right. So, hello Scoutboy, how are you? Welcome to my live stream. My neighbors are mowing, but I think they're about done. Anyway, this is the end of this little studio here. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? I'm gonna give you a little tour in just a second, show you what's going on. Yeah, sorry about the title. I just typed it in as quick as I could. It's not the end of the channel, it's just the end of this studio. I'll go ahead and see if I can get you going here. So this is the studio I've been using for about the last 5 or so years. It's just pretty plain there, nothing spectacular. Here's a shot of my neighbors mowing their yard. And there goes the FedEx guy. Maybe they'll send me something. Anyway, all the mega blocks have been moved to the new location. Here is the drawer set up here. I put just various things up there, a lot of filmmaking equipment and what have you. This is the table here that I used. It's a lot dirtier than I thought it was. Here's some custom built drawers I made. They're very big. Yes, this is the garage. Nice little workspace. And anyway, I should have waited, but I only have like till 4 o'clock to do this, so I might as well go ahead and do it. Anyway, so up here I had a display that was going to be the area where, well, maybe later, not right now. So that's the little area I had for like the big stuff would all go there, and then above that is just a storage area up above there. Same thing over here, same setup. Just cabinets for filmmaking equipment or whatever. Yeah, I don't think it is. Most people don't even know who I am, and when they come out here, they're all like, "Oh wow, you do YouTube," and they kind of treat you like you're Batman, and you gotta be like, "Well, I'm actually more like Robin, you know. I'm not Batman." Anyway, so moving on over here, I got this drawer here. This one's got a divider over here for smaller things. Man, they're really going after it over there. Anyway, so I had a turntable right here. I put that in there, and then I would spin that around. I don't have that here anymore. Same thing on these. Same. We got a turntable there. And then a little area over here for smaller stuff. Hey man, how are you doing? We're just kind of hanging out here. I've got just a few things here that I have to move still. This is like a pegboard and Velcro thing I made for small parts or what have you. I'm sorry about the noise. I didn't think they were going to be mowing their yard today. But anyway, up here we have the setup of the lights. You got your key light, your background light, and your whatever the third one was. Oh yeah, I want to show you this over here. This is the hold on, let me move this coffee out of the way. This is like a little area here I made. It's got my surge protector. A lot of you guys have trouble with your light flicker, and I recommend getting hook your lights up to like a surge protector. That way you don't get that variation in the frequency or whatever. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I probably should have had the garage door closed. Let's get a peek at them. Look at them over there. They're having a race. I like that guy in the green shirt. He's my favorite. Anyway, so over here we got this little thing here. This opens up, and behind that is the access to the lights, so I can get in here and rewire them if I have to. These are all interconnected into the system here, and then these are adjustable, of course. And there's a random bar here. I put that there just to hang stuff on that's I want out of the way or whatever. And these lights are adjustable, of course. And that's pretty much it. There's a little fan here. I don't know if you can see that really well, but there's a fan there. And that kind of just sucks up some of the heat away from the lights and stuff, so it doesn't get too hot. I incorporated some little magnets here on that, just so that would stick there. Pretty easy. Yeah. Anyway, I hope whoever moves here after we move can appreciate the workspace. I'm not too sentimental about it. I mean, I did work here for a while, but you can't get hung up on stuff like that. It's just part of it, I guess. I think they're almost done, maybe. Let's get a look at the neighborhood. Oh yeah, they're packing up. Yeah, this is the neighborhood we live in, or we did live in. There's the YouTube mobile, loading it up still. Yeah, that's the neighborhood. Over here I got these things here. Somebody's supposed to pick those up sometime. They may show up in the middle of the stream, I don't know. But anyway, get back over here and chill. I don't know how long it's going to be until I get the new studio up and running. It might be a week, a month, you never know. But hopefully it won't be too long, and I can do some other type of videos in the meantime. Get you fixed back in here. I'll scroll through here and see if I missed anybody's questions. Yeah, we're moving to a new place. It's nicer. It's got a little bit more room. It doesn't have as much room as this area here, but at least it'll be a dedicated room to just me working. So I'm excited about it. We've been here for about 11 years, but I've only been working on this desk for about maybe 5.5 years. So I think around about the time containment came out, I was working off of this area. Yeah, it's not, if you think about it, it's just the desk area that I really used. The rest of the garage was for the cars, so I didn't really, it felt a lot bigger because you're not closed in. And I moved out here because there's plenty of room, and then there's no windows. So I thought this would be a good setup, and also I could set things up and not worry about anybody like messing with the stuff or moving it around or anything. So that's why I moved out here. The problem with that is it's really hot in the summertime, and then it's really cold in the winter. So I'm not leaving YouTube, I'm just leaving this studio. So don't panic, I'm not going anywhere. This is probably the best setup that I'll probably ever have, but I'm excited about the possibility of the new place and figuring out the workspace there. Oh man, they may even mow my yard. Who knows? I would say it gets easier as you go. The more you do it, it seems like you pick up on things that are over time. Like you gain experience in how to make things move, how to set things up efficiently, and just generally, you get a better understanding of how it works and what works for you. All right, I'm scrolling through here. Yeah, that would be funny if the next guy came in here and said, "Oh yeah, I do YouTube. You do YouTube too. Just have to paint over the name, I guess." It's not Florida. It's Arkansas. Anyway, guys, I'm just scrolling through here, hoping that they'll get finished so we can get to the topic of story making. I think Dafter Things suggested that. Yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of at a different place when they start out making stop motion. Some people have done it for a lot of years. It makes it look easy, and if you're just starting out, you don't have any experience, and you kind of have to just learn as you go. Of course, you can watch tutorials, and yeah, everything will get easier and better, faster, and and that's really distracting. All right. I do have like a little dry erase board here, and I'm having a hard time collecting my thoughts with all the extra noises. I really apologize. I'm sorry. So I have a little dry erase board here. So Dafter Things mentioned something about how you come up with your stories, and I'll say that most of them, like 90%, start with like a core idea, and it's just whatever idea you think of, that little core, that one scene that you want to do, and you kind of just build off of that. Like you figure out, say, let me think of a good example. So the center of mass video I made. Okay, so that one was basically, I wanted to do a scene where Master Chief is fighting a guy, a brute, like hand to hand, and that was the core idea of that. So after that, you just kind of work backwards or try to work your way into getting to that scene. So how did he get where he doesn't have any guns? Well, he shot a bunch of people and he has no ammo. So that's one scene there. And then, so what's he doing there? Why is he shooting all the aliens up? Okay, well, he's on a rescue mission. He's gonna help some Marines. And you just kind of keep layering it in there as you go, and then eventually you end up with a larger story of the guy going on a rescue mission. He's gonna, man. Anyway, so that's basically how I come up with the story. Thinking of a scene, and then just working your way into what gets that character to that scene, and then that's how you do it. Anyway, I did find this. This was missing for, I'd say, about a year. It's a wheel to a warthog, and I finally found that, so I'm glad I found that. Anyway, if there's any questions you guys want to ask, I'm kind of done with what I wanted to talk about. It's really hot out here today, even though the garage door is open. So that's basically everything that I wanted to talk about. Is there any other questions you guys want to ask or anything? Who wants to see the mowers again? Let's go take a peek. Oh, he did like 3 yards today. Really, really getting them going. Well, it's a nice day. I actually don't have any plans for another animation for a bit just because we're moving and all of my stuff is packed away and I'll have to unpack all that stuff and set it up. But hopefully it won't be too long and it'll be back up and running. But I have some ideas I wanted to do for some other type of videos. Maybe a review or whatever. Oh man, I'm just beat. It's been we've been moving for about 6 or 7 days. My hands are all like really sore. My knees are sore, and it's been tough. We don't have a truck or anything. We planned on having packed everything up and then have some movers come in and move our stuff. Then the pandemic kind of happened, so we ended up just having to do all that ourselves. So it really sucks. But we got a majority of everything moved already. We like about maybe 4 or 5 more truckloads, and I think we'll be done. Carloads, I mean. But that's just part of it, I guess. You can't wait too long. If I didn't say hi to you, hello. I'm sorry for the noise. I didn't plan on having to talk over the landscaping team. I think they're about done though. Yeah, they're winding down. Actually, I got everything of mine that was out here in 2 carloads, but I packed it all really well. I tried to keep everything together. One thing I realized was just how unorganized I am. Being out here with this extra space maybe gave me a sense of I didn't have to clean up after I was done with an animation. I kind of just leave it put together, a set or whatever. I'd just leave it put together, and then eventually there was several sets put together, and then so I was packing all that stuff up, and then I kind of realized I need to get a better system going if I'm going to be in a smaller space than this one. Yeah, I think I've told that story a couple times. One year, I can't remember what year it was. It was for my birthday. Someone got me a collector set for I think it was the UNSC Mongoose or whatever. And I was like, oh wow, that's cool. They make little Halo Legos. That's cool. And I kind of put it in my closet and kind of forgot all about it. And then I got bored, and I was like, well, I'll put this together and see, what it's all about. And while I was putting it together, I was like, wow, this would be really cool if someone made like little movies with these. And I got online and I started looking for them. I seen that other people have been making movies, and there's a lot of different sets and stuff. And that's kind of how I got into it. I thought, I could probably do some of that if I really wanted to. I gave it a try, and some people liked what I did, so I just kept doing it, and that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm just going to keep doing it until people kind of quit watching, and then I may still even do it just because I have a lot of fun doing that and making up stories and stuff. Anyway, I'm hoping to get the new studio set up, and then I can kind of show you guys around there. How you doing, man? We're just hanging out in the old studio, saying goodbye, trying not to get too sentimental about it. I'm having a cup of coffee and just kind of chilling. I'm tired, ready for the move to be over. Well, you're just in time for the mowers to kind of quit, so you can hear what I'm saying. The contest ended last night, so we're all kind of excited about that. Finding out when it's going to be, when they're going to announce the winners, and I'm looking forward to that, to the in-depth critique. That'll be fun. It's weird having your what you make, like you have an attachment to it, and kind of turning it over to somebody else and saying, hey, what do you think of this, is you get a lot of anxiety about it. Like, you're thinking, well, this is something that I made, it's personal, and you do want to know what people's opinion is, but you feel a little bit guarded about it, I guess is what I'm wanting to say. But anyway, there was a great group of people who participated in the contest, and I'm excited for them as well. And I'm glad that we did that. It really took my mind off of the stress of moving and all the things that are happening in the world, with the pandemic and the virus and stuff. So I'm hoping that we get to do something like that again soon. Hey, we got some people walking by, maybe. Let's check them out. Oh, no, they must have already went by. Well, hey, Wyoming, how are you? How are you doing? When I move to the new place, there's going to be less neighbors. It's more of a exclusive neighborhood or whatever. I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm inspired by a lot of what you guys create, and we're all kind of just feeding off each other's energies and seeing, the best way to make the most of what we have. I think they're going to mow the entire time. I've got like maybe 10 more minutes, and then I got to get out of here. They're going to turn the lights off, shut the Wi-Fi off, and then I'll be in trouble. So I wanted to tell you guys that this was all hand built by me. I spent a whole summer putting this together on the weekends. It didn't cost a lot of money. You might think that all this was a lot of money, but it actually wasn't. It was about $200. And most of that went to like the hardware for the drawers was a lot, and this big piece of plywood here was like $80 or something like that. You can see it's kind of thick, and I wanted something that was stable. It's got this little lip on it. That's what I attached my camera to, kind of moving around. So I mean, you'd be surprised what you can do if you just get a little bit creative. A lot of this, you can see the seams here. That's where this is just like scrap wood, and these cabinet doors came out of someone's house that they were tearing down, and I went in there and grabbed those up because sometimes I do that. They look pretty good. I put that one on upside down, but I didn't realize that at the time. But anyway, I think that's the one. Yeah, that one there is, see how it's thicker there at the bottom than that one, and the rest of them are are all the same. So that one I put on upside down. But, oh well. Just wasn't paying attention. Oh, and that light there in the back, the background light, I bought that new. I think that was like $40. It's like a light fixture that you'd put in your house. So anyway, I'm just kind of hanging out here for another few minutes. My favorite project was I want to say Assault on High Ground, but that was it actually went on a little longer than I thought. What was fun about that was sharing clips with some other animators and kind of getting feedback and just getting their thoughts on how the project was going. We're on the Stop Motion Crew Discord. If anybody wants to join, I might be able to put a link in here later on, but for now, I'm just going to leave it. We haven't even unpacked our computer or anything and set up our office or anything like that, so maybe a while before I get to do any editing. Yeah, that was a fun video. I felt like it was a little short. It could have been a little bit longer, but I kind of got a little frustrated at the end trying to get it to a point where it come to a natural conclusion. It could have went on maybe a couple more minutes, and it would have been perfect, I guess, in the time frame, I guess. I'm scrolling through here trying to see if there's any questions I missed. I'm really sorry about the noise. That was not planned, but I guess you can't plan for everything. Yeah, thank you. I've had these for a while. They're kind of wore out. These are my work boots. I use them when I'm moving, working. They got a hole in them right there on the corner. Yeah, I wanted to mention that too. That the way that the old figures are, they're really difficult to get like in certain positions, like holding guns and. Getting them to move around is really difficult. I cheated in a couple places and put the newer figure legs on a couple of them just to get them moving around like they could move better. But there's such inconsistencies in the old ones, whereas the new ones are a lot more. You know, you get the same result with each one. And those older ones are made from, I think, a little bit of harder plastic, so they're easy to break and. The heads and stuff will snap off. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, you get a more natural pose with the newer ones, and I really like that about it. Actually, a lot of projects that I did when I first started were really, really frustrating because none of this stuff would move like it was supposed to, or it would just not do what you wanted it to do. And the newer ones, you can kind of make them do what you want to do, and it in a consistent way that looks a lot better, more natural, more authentic to real life physics and stuff. Yeah, that was a fun project for sure, Scotty. And going back to like building a story, like I just had the idea. Yeah, I don't know about that. There's a bunch of crap everywhere still, so I'm not going to do a house tour. I might do another one of these when we leave for good. We still got a few days before we have to get out of here, but. Yeah, right now it's just a big mess, and we got boxes and crap everywhere. So we'll hold out on that. I really there was one from a long time ago from W2 Darren, I think is the YouTuber, and he makes he made one, and I can't remember what the name of it was. I think it was Convoy or something like that. and that was a really good one. That was one that I watched, and I watched that one every now and then, and I'm kind of really blown away by what they were doing back then. It's a lot easier to make things now. We have programs and we have support groups. I mean, back then nobody was communicating with anybody else or able to give any advice or whatever. So I mean, I feel like nowadays it's a lot easier to make them and make them good. Um, Depending on the length of the video, I made the contest entry in about 5 days, and I feel like I put just a little bit more effort than I usually do in that one. I would say it takes about a day or 8 hours to do about 30 seconds of animation, depending on how complicated it is. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's less, depending on what you're doing. And then the editing for maybe 10 minutes takes about a day to add in sound effects and maybe a day on editing. So you got 2 days for 10 minutes on editing, 2 days. Yeah, so it usually takes me about 2 weeks to make a 10-minute video, and then another few days to edit that in. And that's if you worked every day. I don't have time to work on them every day, so 2 weeks would be a month, I guess, working on it on the weekends. Hi. Yeah, I missed the live streams I used to do. I don't know why I quit doing them. I think I just got a little too busy to set time aside for it. But now that there's a pandemic going on and nobody's really doing anything, I think I could do these on occasion and kind of give you an update on what's going on with me and the real world, and maybe that way it gives me something to do, because I don't always have I don't always have free time. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, that's he's a really good animator, Battle Axe. He's really talented. And some of that stuff that he does is really, really good. I wish I could do some of that stuff. I'm not really that good with action or choreography or that style of animation. I'm really more of just meat and potatoes. That's it. And there's no real zazz to it or yeah. So another one, I think probably everybody could agree that Motroid X is probably the best at what we're doing as far as the little stop motions with the little people. I think we're all trying to aspire to be that guy. Yeah, I've been moving in. If you've heard me talk about it, we've been moving for, it feels like forever, like a month. We bought a house right when the pandemic hit, and then everything kind of stopped. And we kind of wanted to move, and we were kind of packing things up, and then we would have to do something else. So we couldn't get the paper signed on it in time, and just a bunch of stuff that caused delays and whatever. But we're at a point now where we're almost there. No, Wyoming is a guy, I believe. Yes, I don't want to speak for them, but as far as I know. Well, yeah, that's cool. If you look closely, you can tell that I spelled metal wrong. I spelled it like metal, the material, and not metal, the award. It's METAL. But oh well. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do believe that there was a transition of some sort with that person. So I say, be whoever you want to be in life. You don't have a ton of time in life, so if you want to be something, go ahead and be it, because we're all only here for a short while. and then that's it. Hey, the good thing is that we're moving and it's not that far away, so we don't have that far to drive to the new place. So it's just going to be hopefully just a whole better setup for everybody. Everybody will have their own room, their own space, and we'll have a buffer, more of a buffer from the neighbors, less traffic from people just randomly driving by, and it's a pretty nice place. I really like it. We had some contractors come in, do some painting. We remodeled the bathrooms. We put in new fixtures. It's a really nice place. I actually don't know. I have no idea because we're still unpacking. The essential things that we need. I have all of my stuff in the garage over there because the studio is right off the garage. I've got the room painted. I got to put some flooring down and then some shelves, and then I should be up and running after I unpack. Maybe a month or so. I don't know, depending on how much free time I have to kind of work on that. Maybe longer, maybe less, and then I'll be making some videos in between that too. So, you too, man, and take care of yourself, take care of others if you can. The biggest thing for me is going to be unpacking the stuff and then trying to figure out a place to put it, because everything that's back in the garage you couldn't even walk into the room because it's just full of stuff. So maybe a bit before I get set up. That'll give me some time to do some scripts. Yeah. Yeah, when I did the contest video, that's when they were like, we need to move like today. And I was like, Grant, we just started this contest. So I had to work on that real quick to get that to done. And I wanted to work on it longer. I wanted to polish it and fine tune it, make everything perfect. And I just had to go ahead and upload it because I didn't know if I was going to be able to upload it or anything, because we didn't have internet at the new place. So so I had to get that one done and be done with it. I don't know. Maybe I would think like Halloween or like maybe a Christmas theme. I'd kind of want to do a theme like that, maybe, or like a horror would be a good title or a good theme, just to see what people come up with. And no, I don't think so. Most of my content is it's geared towards an older audience. I mean, the toys themselves are 10 plus on the package, or 8 plus depending on which ones you get. So I wouldn't consider it a kids channel, even though it is a toy. I feel like it's more of a collector thing. And then the Halo, I would say my channel is mostly about Halo, even though I do other stuff. I feel like that's for someone who's over 13 and it has guns and stuff in it. So I don't think that would fit too well with kids. Yeah, I would like to do that. I really do like doing the flood ones. I would do more of those, but I just don't have enough of the figures and the characters to do that. To do it justice, it's really hard to do something big with not much. Yeah, maybe the next contest that they have, they'll do a theme like horror or maybe sci-fi or something like that. You got a whole bunch of different ones. I got maybe 10 more minutes here, guys, and then I gotta go. I hope you enjoyed my little tour. I'm sorry about the mower. The mower's working, but I'm glad to I'm glad that they're out doing something. Oh, I've been watching some shows on Netflix, and I'm trying to think of one that's really good. I watched that The Witcher. Of course, that's not for everyone. It's definitely mature, but I really enjoyed that. It was a little bit slow at first, but I really got into it by the end of it. It was really good. Yeah, I think I've heard of that person. Um, there's several channels out there. Some of them are gone away and they don't do them anymore. And then we have new people coming in who just start. So there's always a revolving door of people making stop motions, which is good. It keeps us all in business. Keeps the lights on. I do make a few customs, but not a whole lot. I've made a couple, but it's usually just like a pop and swap. I don't really get into the painting and tweaking of the material or whatever. That's for somebody who has some real talent, not somebody who's just came in off the street and just starting out. So, um, my favorite figure, that'd be a tough one. Hmm. Probably the the newest Master Chief, not the classic Master Chief, the Combat Evolved. That one is probably my favorite. I have two of those, and I really like that one. Even though it's not perfect, but I don't know. It's something nostalgic about it that I really like, and I was going to use that in the animation, and I didn't have um, one that I could duplicate uh, with uh, with the other one. If you watch that contest video, you'll notice that the first chief that runs by is a different one than in the rest of the video because it's like a custom one that's like a little bit taller. And I feel like when you do like a walk cycle or a run cycle, having the extra material or the extra length on the legs and stuff gives you just a little bit more to work with, and it seems like it's a little easier to get them to move in a natural way. The ones that are uh, yeah, I've played some Minecraft before. Uh, yeah, it's a fun game. I really don't have much time for games at the moment. I'm holding out for Halo Infinity. I'm hoping that's a good one, and I'll play that. I play Halo every now and then, but it's not as frequent as I used to do that. A little bit of Doom Eternal and some other ones. Uh, but life is so busy. When I play a game, I like to play it all day. I'll play it for 8 hours straight, and that's just not realistic right now. So rather than get into it and then have to give it up, I would rather just say I can't play for a few days or a week or so. So that's yeah. I mean, some games are pretty involved, and you have to kind of get in there and play them frequently to be, especially like if you play Halo and you compete against other people. You got to keep that edge, and then you can't do that if you're just a casual gamer like myself. Well, guys, I'm winding down here. I just want to give you one more minute here to ask a question if I haven't answered it. And this will be goodbye from the studio. I hate to see it go. Made a lot of really fun ones out here, and it made animating a lot more fun knowing that I had plenty of room and there wouldn't be any distractions. It seems like out here was the best, even though it was hot sometimes and cold sometimes. There's I like the cold more than the hot. So anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. I hope to see you soon. And I'll be making some more videos. Don't worry, I'm not going away. It's just goodbye from here. And then we'll be doing... this is the... I'm moving, so this stuff can't come with me. It's too big. It's built into the garage. So this studio will have to go away, and I'll have to make a new one. But I'm excited about the new possibilities. Yeah, you guys take care of yourself and others, and hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. Peace out.